What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Abdullah coming at you with another video for the channel, and welcome back to the DMVSportsZone. And in today, guys, I'm coming at you with a final preseason preview video as our beloved Washington Commanders are heading down the Beltway to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Before I get in this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more DMV Sports content as we're going to push out as much fire content out there as possible. And also, shout out to our sponsor for today. He sent us out merch, Naughty and I. Shirts. It was a burgundy one, or red one rather, and this one is fire. WSH on the daily, the fastest growing Commanders page on Instagram. Make sure to check out his stuff. It is fire content. And with that being said, let's get straight to the video. The Baltimore Ravens are on a huge win streak. I don't know how many games is it, but they haven't lost a preseason game since 2015. Again, it's preseason, but it would be huge to be the team that ended that win streak. Also considering the fact that huge DMV rivalry, even though their organization has been way more successful for the past 20 years than us. That's besides the point. Let's get into some news that's happened this week for our Commanders. Coach Ron Rivera is expecting running back Antonio Gibson to be the starting kick returner. This is huge. As I said a few weeks ago, and a lot of us are starting to agree as fans that we should use Antonio Gibson in space as a gadget weapon, like a guy like Cordero Patterson from the Falcons. Use him out there in space. If you're a running back and your number one issue is ball security, you're not going to be the starting number one running back. So let's see what he can do out there in space. We saw it in Memphis where he was making guys miss. Very, very shifty. And again, he's a big dude, 6'2", 230. Or maybe I might be wrong about that. But AG, I'm still rooting for this guy. I really think he can make an impact one way or another, even if it's not the number one running back position that we all thought he could be. Brian Robinson, if he's pound for pound, you start him because he didn't fumble in Alabama, and he's been looking great in training camp and also in the preseason games. So AG, use him as a gadget weapon. I know a lot of fantasy owners out there aren't going to be too happy. This is why you wait until a few days before the regular season game number one. But with that being said, let's talk about Coach Ron and how much playing time the starters will get this game. He said that there will be limited snaps, and this is a good thing because, again, injuries, preseason, and for the defense, this is what I get to. This is the last audition for this defensive team, and will they give us any hope and any high expectations coming into the regular season game number one against the Jacksonville Jaguars? I don't think so. As we all know, in Baltimore, Lamar Jackson hasn't played a preseason snap, and he is trying to get that new contract. They're still negotiating. So Tyler Huntley, Lamar Jackson 2.0, basically, literally the same play style, will be starting, I'm pretty sure, and I expect us to get diced out by him. We saw it last week with Patrick Mahomes, and the week prior to that, Matt Corral, PJ Walker, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. This defense, we saw the news of Chase Young. He's going to be out for at least 4 weeks starting off the PUP list. Probably going to come back in early October, hopefully. Again, guys like Casey Toohill, Shaka Tony need to step up. And this preseason game, it's just the third down conversions that we keep letting up. Coach Del Rio saying that he's confident in this defensive team. I'm not as high as I thought I would be coming into this season. A few weeks ago, I was a little bit more higher, but I'm starting to become more realistic because as much talent as we have, it just hasn't been shown out there in the field. And again, I'll go back to 2 years ago, rather, where we had that defensive team at the number one ranked defense in the NFL. But a lot of those games that we won were against below average QBs. That's besides the point. That's the past. This is what I'm trying to get at. This is the last chance to prove to the fans that our defense is legit. But again, I don't think so. I don't think the Ravens will play a lot of starters as well. Last year, we saw what happened to J.K. Dobbins. He literally got hurt, I think, towards ACL at FedEx. So we'll see. But Tyler Huntley, I expect him to, because we struggle against mobile quarterbacks. We've seen that in the past. And if there's any sign that this defense needs to step up, here's another test against another mobile QB. Talking about the wide receiver room, Calvin Harmon is out. Dax Milne, I think, is making the team. Cam Sims is a guy that I think is really under the radar. A lot of fans aren't talking about him enough. I just don't think he's getting enough recognition out there. I think De'Ami Brown, even though he hasn't shown anything, a lot of people are putting De'Ami over Cam, and that's, quite frankly, I don't agree with that. I really think Cam is that big wide receiver that we need in this room. He finds a way to stay on this roster. And Diami, as much as I hyped him up and all of us reporters, those amazing plays he had in training camp, hasn't really done anything in the preseason. And I don't know if that's his fault, because it seems to me that, and us fans can say this, we've seen it this preseason, that the only route that he's being told to do is a go route. And that with that go route, he really hasn't done anything. I don't know if that's just Scott Turner not knowing how to properly use him. But he was a deep threat at UNC, so maybe find some other routes in his that we can give to him and maybe expand the route tree arsenal. But again, I just think Cam is a guy that I just want to see who do better this final preseason game, because it's the final audition for Cam and Diami. Who's going to be that wide receiver number 4 for us? Or maybe Dax will be that wide. I don't know, because we all know that the big 3 is Jahan, Curtis, and Terry. Who's going to be that number 4 if one of those receivers go out? Who's going to step up? So with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts on this preseason game. I think we're going to lose. I think we're going to go into the regular season winning 0 preseason games. But hopefully that means we win a lot of regular season games. But again, we are the Washington Commanders, the team in Washington, football team, Washington Redskins, whatever you want to say. I'm starting to feel like I'm becoming more like Naughty and being a pessimist, but that's a different video for a different day. But that being said, guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more DMV sports content. Please make sure to follow us on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter at DMVSportsZone. Let me know your thoughts on this final preseason game. What are you looking forward to? Again, shout out to WSH on the daily, sending this merch, fastest growing Commanders page on Instagram. Fire content daily. And I'm out. Peace.